All right, hello and welcome to Fishlets, which just came out today. Today is whatever day today is, the 13th of May 2024. I had to look at it just to make sure I knew what day I was talking about. Anyway, this came out today. I did cover this many months ago on I don't know, when it was a demo. And I liked it. I thought it was a really cute experience. It's just overall a nice, pleasant, chill moment of being a dude who has, a bunch of fish in a tank. And I've taken the courtesy of playing this for a while. I've been playing it for a little over 2 hours at this point. I think. I don't know. I was at 95 minutes when I started this video, and I've been playing for a little bit longer. I realized that this is, while this is a very chill game, it's also kind of time-consuming for the challenge mode. This particular mode takes a little bit of work to actually kind of progress on through the game, and it is required so that you can start unlocking additional things, additional fish, new aquariums, new, plant decorations, all kind of stuff like that. So it is something that if you're going to want to really get every bit of, I guess, playability out of the game, you're going to have to do this mode. And it's not a bad mode. It's pretty chill still, even though, it's a little busy on the screen right now with me feeding all the fish, grabbing the scales. But this is the main gameplay loop for the challenge mode. It's straight up, feed the fish, keep the fish alive, add additional things, buy more fish, upgrade your food, add some critters to kind of make the place look, nice. The critters, in some cases, will collect some of the shells for you, and in other cases, what they will do is distract any monsters that come in. And I say monsters, but it can either be algae, it can be some kind of, I don't know, fish thing. I don't know. If I was a fish and I saw some of the things that the game throws at you that come in and try to eat everybody, I would consider them a monster. So anyway, so this is the gist of the adventure mode. I can't go back and show the other two aquariums that I unlocked leading up to this point, but there's a pond and a river aquarium that you'll have before this. But once you get up to a certain value that you need, which in this case, I needed 5,000 shells, you just upgrade it and you go. One of the things that I do wish was a little bit different here is we push the F key to drop our food, which is fine. That's not a big deal. But and then right mouse button does this thing where it just like sends them to like somewhere else. Like I don't really know what it's for outside of when certain creatures show up in the water and I'm trying to save them or I'm trying to direct them towards food. Otherwise, it's kind of just not really that necessary. I personally wish right mouse button was to drop the food. I could just play this with one hand and just kind of do something else at the same time, because when I first started playing this, I was watching a movie. And I was able to do both really, really well. So anyway, I'm not going to keep playing this part of the game because it's going to take a while to get to 15,000. I just wanted to show kind of what the adventure mode is. But you get small fish, you get large fish, you get huge fish, which, are different for every tank. You can upgrade the food so that it takes less time for them to basically get hungry. And then there's the critters. And if you don't you have to be careful, right? So if all of your fish die and you remove the fish, even if you have shells, it's game over. So the way to do that is to add a fish before getting rid of your fish. Now, and I'm just going to let this guy die just so I can prove my point so you don't think I'm making stuff up. But if you don't do that and your fish die and you clean the fish and then there's suddenly no fish in here, it doesn't matter if you have all the fish shells, fins, what are these, scales. It doesn't matter if you have all the fish scales in the universe. It's just gonna say, well, you don't have any fish in the aquarium, so you're done. So there you go, that's what happens. So if all your fish die, just make sure you add a fish before you try to leave. Before you clean out all the fish, otherwise it's over, and then you have to start that round over. Which I don't know if I think it's like an oversight. So anyway, we also have our own personal tanks that you can get, and they can earn you money basically per minute. I think I started with like 5,000 shells. So basically, you don't have to have the game running in the background. You can turn the game off and go do whatever you want to do, and then come back to it, the next day or whatever, and you're going to see more cash that it is earning. And then you get to basically buy new fish. And as you play, you unlock different fish. So, depending on what you want to get, you can do whatever you want. Now, this tank that I have that looks kind of ridiculous because I haven't put any real effort into it. These are all freshwater fish in mine. I'm going to probably have a saltwater aquarium, later on. There's quite a bit. I don't know how we do everything here. These are like, we got to purchase all of everything. But in order to unlock these, I do have to unlock all of the tanks, which is going to take some time. You also get all the pets you can do. I think I got a snail down here. You can add some plants, some coral. Stuff's a little bit on the expensive side. Must be placed on live rock. Well, I don't have any live rock, so I can't do that. Let's put this here. I like the way it looks. I want this place to look at least like a little bit nice, for my fish buds. And we can change our backgrounds to kind of add a bunch of different stuff so that it starts to look like a little bit better than just what it was before. And there we go. I do wish that adding the decorations would kind of like give us a bit more, maybe of a boost. Like maybe if we had these, we would get some additional stuff. Did this not like work? I just tried to put this down. Small bubbler. There it is. I want the bubble in there so they can pretend to have oxygen. And I cannot afford any of these guys. I guess I'll just add another brown trout, 2 brown trout. So yeah, so I get 54 shells a minute. I mean, this is like a ridiculous fish tank. There's so many fish. I would rather have like just a bunch of expensive fish, but it's going to take time. But look at all the fish we can unlock and critters. There's a lot. So there is a ton to the game that you can do over time. It's the first day, so obviously, there's a lot for me to experience. I could have been able to showcase this probably a bit better had I accepted a key from the developer, but I didn't want to because they worked really hard on this, and I thought it was really cute. And it was one that I actually remembered from when I played the demo. So, and at the time, I wasn't accepting keys from anybody. I was like, I'm going to buy every indie game, period. And so I made a promise that I would buy this. I've since kind of moved past that because I realized that there's no way I can financially afford to buy every single indie game. So I've had to kind of just be like, well, I got to swallow my pride and accept some keys now and then when provided. But anyway, long story short, it's a really chill game. It's really nice. It's very enjoyable. It's something that you can play for probably, set aside 15 to 20 minutes to go through an area of the, the main adventure mode so that you can, finish it from start to finish for each level of the tank. And then, go do something else, come back to it, finish another one. And then, as soon as you're capable, start purchasing fish in your own custom aquarium. It doesn't even matter if it doesn't look good. It doesn't matter more than just throwing fish in there so you can keep building that money, and then you can start building the aquarium you really, really want. Um, I'm personally like super impressed with how nice these environments can look. Uh, you know, I wish there was a way to basically once. Well, I mean, like for me, I can just straight up make a video of my fish going around the aquarium and then loop that to make it into a wallpaper. But I definitely like that it's something I can kind of do because I'm not really a fish dude, but it's very colorful. It's just nice and bright. The fish are friendly. They look good. It's just overall like a really beautiful game, and it's super wholesome, super charming. It's just really nice to play. So again, I highly recommend it. I've really probably only scratched, I don't know, a few feet into what the game has to offer. I think probably, I don't know, probably a total of like, I have no idea because I'm not really sure, but I imagine within like 5 hours of gameplay, I will have basically unlocked all of the tanks and all of the primary fish for me to actually start purchasing, and then it'll just basically come back every day and throw more fish in my fish tanks until I can buy all of them, and then that'll be that. So again, like I said, it's a super fun experience. The only thing that I wish was different, well, two things. One, I wish I could right click to drop the food because it would just make life easier for me. The other thing is I wish that if I had, because if I'm leaving right now, I wish I didn't lose the progress of what I'm doing, because if something happened and I had to leave and it was super close to getting my goal, it sucks that I would have to come back and start over. But it's not a huge deal because it doesn't take that long to do. It's just something I wish was there. In any case, that's Fishlets. The link is in the description. It is on sale at the moment for the launch, so you can pick it up for fairly cheap if you want to. If not, just wishlist it until the day comes by that you want to. In any case, that's it. I'm done. I got nothing else to say. My little fish dudes have done their job to kind of showcase what they do and how this whole process works. I hope you enjoyed what you saw, because the game is, again, like I said, it's a beautiful work of art. So, have a good one. Thanks for watching.